There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from the Nats or the Worlds, the opening ceremony. And let's see here. I want to post this link over here. All right, the link is posted at the bench. And please come in and don't leave me hanging because I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I mean, well, I do have a lot to talk about, but let's see here. Come on now. Close this out. I hope I don't get a strike on, let me turn the air conditioner off. Save. I hope I don't get a strike on YouTube for all that music. They got no sense of humor. Let's see here. I want to close this one. I'm going to take some of this memory down. All righty. And here we go. Turn this off. Yeah. All right, what happened today? Well, it was a pretty hot day. A little windy. I mean, not bad though. We had the Chinese girl come out. I don't know if you saw that video or not. That girl is awesome. I think she can win this whole ball of wax. She's something else. Let me text Jimmy Barnholes because he wanted to come in. Let's see where my phone is. There it is. Okay. All righty. So David Eskin says, sounds like a little confusion. Yeah, it is. The link is on Stunt Hangar at the bench. We are now live. There we go. All right. So somebody got to come in and talk to me because I don't know what to talk about. This is you guys' meeting, so let me pop out the chat here in case there's something going on there. Okay. Stop this. Pop out chat. Put that over here. Slide this back here. Opened up. I hope you're enjoying the world's coverage. Action starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'll be doing this for the next 2 hours, and then somebody can take over for me because I'm beat. All right, I have the chat popped out on the right. So if you got something to say, you can say it there. If not, you can come on in. The link is at the bench. I'm not as proficient as Charles. I'm still looking for somebody to take this over. It's hard for me to do everything. That's all I can say. Anyway, we'll wait a few minutes, and if nobody comes in, I'll shut her down. We had some really neat airplanes, one with a counter-rotating prop. I don't know whether it does anything or not. Matter of fact, there was two there with counter-rotating props. And this is Shark Nation because everybody here is flying a shark. There might be, I would say it's probably 95%. shark. So it's a sharknado. There is sharks everywhere. They all look the same. Let's hope that that doesn't come to America, because that would kill this hobby. I mean, I'd be done. I ain't buying no $4,000 shark to fly. They do fly good. Don't get me wrong. They fly real good. But our modeling event is just that, a modeling event. It's not a flying event only. If you watch that video of that Chinese girl I posted today, she's awesome. I asked her, how long have you been flying? She said 10 years. Shit, I ain't that good. I've been doing it 60. Ain't no way. We'll see how it shakes out tomorrow. We'll cover, I'm going to stay on one circle. I'll go to circle 2 or 3, excuse me, and try to shoot from above the hill. Now, there was some hoopla about me having a badge or not, but Mark Weiss and Mark Overmeyer said, you're okay. So if anything happens, I just tell them, go see Mark. Let's see here. Maybe if we zoom out. Oh, my eyes are bloodshot. Let's see here. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. Keep that on top. All right, put the chat over here. Come on, guys, help me out. We've only been on a few minutes, but you guys know the deal. Starts at 7. Man, I could go to sleep. I'm dead beat. That sun really tears you up. I got a heck of a sunburn. But I do it for you guys. So help me out. Get them super chats in tomorrow or tonight or whenever. Help me with the bandwidth. I was only going to stay for the Nats and decided to stay for the Worlds. And the place where I'm staying, I had it for a week. They couldn't extend my room. So I got the worst room in the building. And I asked, I need to extend for one more day. And so there's another $100 gone. This is ridiculous. Bring back the 70s when Motel 8 was $8. It's ridiculous. Then there was Motel 6. That was $6. That's more like it. We got IHOP just right over here. 24 hours a day, go over there and eat. I probably gained about 20 pounds since I've been here. Steaks, and I've been eating real good. It's 3 times a day. Of course, today at lunch, the chicken wagon came around. It was $13 for a basket of chicken and fries. Wasn't that good? I want the taco man to come back. Them tacos were real good. Taco de perro. So, let's see here. Let me see how many watchers we got. We got 6 watchers. Come on, let's go. Come on in. David Eskin says, sounds like a little confusion there. Yeah, it was. Let's see what other comments we got on this. Todd Simpson says, she's so good. I'm a fan. Yep, you bet. She is really good. Roy Lane says, good morning on the first stream I did this morning. And then Antone Kephart said, thanks for the good work. Marcella Gran, hi Sparkman, and everyone at Stunt School commented, great job. Terry Forbes says, great job. Enjoy the AMA drive around. Great weather and very stable using your iPhone holder. Sorry for the lack of glow fuel bottles. Yep. About 90% electric. Let us know what engines are being used. Also, any other info of interest, such as different setups. Well, that was Joe Thompson. There was that counter-rotating prop setup, but to me, I don't think it's that big of an advantage. You got twice the motor because it's two motors together, one in line. They're pretty long. You got to have two speed controllers. So there's more weight. I don't know what that airplane weighs. I'll ask him, or I'll look at his setup. He got a sticker on it, tells you what it weighs, and I can figure it. They do it in grams. Everything's metric. But it was a real cluster today. It was terrible. First, they said ceremony started at 4. Then a guy said it starts at 7, which I wouldn't have been there. And then Mark says 5:30. Okay, so we figured out it's 5:30. Everybody goes over there. They're lining up the countries by name, by alphabetical order, so that the music can play correctly. And nobody knows the alphabetical order. Nobody can figure out where they stand. So they get them all standing. And then I said, well, where are they going to parade by? And then finally they said, well, they're going to go around this way and go into that circle. And then, of course, we always got the guys that got to stand in front of the screen. And if you notice, I was panning back and forth because they were, first off, I didn't know they were playing national anthems to each country. I never heard some of those songs. So I just kept panning back and forth. And I go, hey, you know what? They're playing national anthems. So I tried to cue off body language. These people, take their hat off, stand and wave the flag or whatever. And I finally got pretty close to sync about halfway through. Go, hey, I think it was about, well, I know I had Doran's national anthem, right? And I had, England and God Save the King or whatever. And of course, United States. But, I started focusing right on the people that their national anthems were playing, if I could figure out who they were. But I don't know. If I was running it, we'd have a dress rehearsal. I'd know the order. I'd make sure everybody put their hand up when the national anthem played or whatever, so that you could shoot. I'm the only one shooting live video. There's some people there shooting or taking pictures, but no live video. Now, Captain Connie from United Airlines came and took some photos, and I got one here that's kind of cool. Let me open this up. It's done with a 360 camera. She's standing. Uh-oh. That ain't gonna work. Let's see. Look at that. That's all the Chinese pilots. Get it, see if I can get it in focus. It won't focus. I'll use that as a screenshot for one of the things. And of course I got the world. There's that Chinese girl. She's impressive. Impressive. Sharknado. Oh, I did get from the Chinese what they're using to communicate with. The coach stands on the outside of the circle. They have a headset and a microphone. And there it is right there. You go onto Amazon and you type in EJEAS. It's a motorcycle communication system. They're great. I bought one, $80 for the set. You get two, a receiver and two receivers and two boom mics so that you can talk back and forth. And that's a whole lot better than the coach yelling at you, you screwed it up, turn it more. Whatever. Your intersections are wrong. So that's where that's going to go. So I'll have them for the next go around next year, I guess. I had something like that years ago, Radio Shack, but they weren't really that great. They were FM, an FM type situation. It just didn't work very well. I also had a thought of getting an earbud Bluetooth and have the person stand outside the circle with the phone and talk back and forth. But for $80, you can't hardly go wrong. Okay, are we gonna have anybody come in or what? If not, I'll shut her down. Oh, Tony Dallas, like given. Surprised to see her staying for the world event. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm staying for the world event too. And I'll tell you, it's really strange being here. I just saw Doug Patterson's wife here. They're going to stay for the world, but there's nobody here. Marcel Legrand and everybody at stunt school. There's nobody here. I'm the only person here from the Nats, so I don't know these people. Buddy Barbie, hi Sparky, like given. You're doing a great job after Charles bailed on you. He didn't really bail on me. He stayed 4 years or so, whatever. I'm just doing the best I can to survive. Let's see, do we have any hits on this thread? Let me see. We want to go here, here, and here. Come on, log in. I don't know why this thing keeps dropping. All right, how many people have looked at this? One view. One view. The link is at the bench, so you can come on in. I wonder if I can transfer this photograph to the computer from here. Anybody know how to do that? Let's see here. Settings. There we are. Bluetooth is on. What is that? No, I don't want to do that. Well, that screwed that up. God, I'm tired of technology. It sucks. I'm going to try to show you some pictures I took today if I can get it off my phone. Okay, there it is. Okay, we want to brighten this up so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, you bitch. There it is. AirDrop, contacts only. Cellular data. AirDrop. And that ain't gonna work either. So what I need to do is try to share. Let me see if I can get that over here. Let's see, Bluetooth. Yep, here we go, Bluetooth and devices. Okay, USB receiver, add a device, Bluetooth, that's it. Armor pad, nope. I'm gonna do my phone. We'll get these photos off here. I didn't take any video with the phone. I just took live stream. So and this is terrible. Webcam is on. Yeah. Wonder if I could use the cord. Cancel. Take too damn long. Let me get the cord and I'll see if I can transfer some of them photos. I never done this before. We'll see. That ain't it. That ain't it. Shit. There we go. Let's try this one. Here we go. We got it. No, I can't do it. It's the wrong connector. Man, oh man. I can't do it. I don't have the right cord. Somebody don't come in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to shut this down. I cannot sit here and talk to myself. This is ridiculous. You guys want me to do it and then don't want to show up. Close that out. That goes down. This comes back. There. Yeah. There. There. Okay. Tony, let's see. I would, but I'm working, mate. Sorry for the hours. We're all wrong for me. No problem. We had a lot of people that knew me on there, so today, so that was good. This chair is terrible. What they do? Fix it? They fixed it today. Gotta used to lean back and flip you on your back. It's terrible. But they got it fixed. That's good. I'm just so worn out. So type in there what you want to talk about. Ask me a question. I need a topic, something to talk about. The streams when I first did them were, started out. There's a lot of people here though, because we don't have to do these. Maybe we'll go to once a week, or maybe none a week. We'll see how you guys like that. Philip Bailey's here. He showed up about the time they were ready to start marching. Well, the stunt team is Orestes, Fitzgerald, Matt Colin. That's the stunt team. I don't know who's on combat team. There was a lot of people there on the U.S. team. There's more U.S. members here because we're close. This will be my last Worlds because it won't come back for 20 years and I ain't going nowhere. There we go, Alfararo. Getting his audio hooked up. There we go. What's up, Al?
Hey, Sparky.
What's going on?
Nothing. Just watching your videos today. Thanks for posting, doing the videos. You're good. I was watching the Chinese stunt girl. She looked really good. Great bottom.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah. And I was seeing a lot of all the models. Just give me 1 second. I gotta do something.
Okay. I'll tell you what was funny about that, talking to that Chinese stunt girl. I was there talking to her, trying to find out where she lives and how old she was and all that. I said, "Where do you live?" She said, Shanghai.
Okay.
And the guy standing to the right who's not a flyer, a real stern looking character. I heard and that was it. The talking was over. Her handler was there.
Yeah. She couldn't say anything. So no idea how old she is.
No, I'm going to ask her though tomorrow.
Yeah.
I figure about 30. She's some kind of nursing student.
Because I'm curious, how long has she been flying? I mean, she's really good. So
10 years.
10 years?
I did get that out of her. Yeah, 10 years. She don't think she's good.
Okay.
She says, I'm the worst on the team. What's that?
Those pullouts were really something.
All at 5 foot.
Yeah.
Intersections were right on the money. Shape perfect. I said, Joe, I know somebody here who can kick your ass. And he watched her. He goes, I think you're right.
Yeah. Hey, you could even see like you were, your video, some of the other guys, and you could see her, her coming down and, just come pulling out. It was really amazing, and her maneuvers looked really good too.
Yeah, well, I'm going to set up on Circle 3 tomorrow.
Okay, what time are you? What time are you setting up?
8 o'clock is
okay
start time. So Dennis, if you're going to get in here, you better get in here because I got to go to sleep. I haven't eaten yet. I came right from the opening ceremony. Did you watch that?
Yes, yeah. Well, I watched the repeat, but I was working when you did it.
Yeah.
I
hope I don't get a YouTube strike for all that music.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I do, I'll just take it down, I guess. They got no sense of humor.
Yeah. Yeah. So that Bill Lee was the main marshal, I guess.
Yeah, he's the head of the FAI people in this country.
Right. Yeah, I know. Well, with Doc Jackson was a big part of it too. He was actually a club member here in Middlesex, for years. the Doc Jackson, they call it the um, Doc Jackson
Oh,
World Champs or whatever the title is, World Cup.
I did not watch the World Cup. I
Okay.
slept. I'm just, this takes a lot out of me. It's hot here.
Well, you're doing a lot of walking. You'll lose some weight anyway.
I doubt it. I
Yeah,
don't think I'm going to burn off as much as I'm putting in.
yeah,
3 times a day, eggs and bacon and ham and then steak dinners. And I like the tacos, the greasy
yeah.
tacos off the truck. I doubt it, but I'll do what I can. I don't know that I'm going to stay the whole time. I think
Yeah. How was?
Friday could be my last day.
Is it real hot there again, or is it decent out?
Well, it's not as hot as it was at the Nats.
Okay.
It cooled off a little, but that sun beating down on you all day long is just,
Yeah.
it kills you.
Yeah, there's not much cover out there.
No. And then all the walking I'm doing.
Yeah. I saw all the combat planes getting checked in. Those guys are.
One guy there had about 20 of them
Mhm.
from, I don't know, the Moldovians. I think all these guys are state sponsored. I think the Chinese are state sponsored, the Moldovians,
Right.
I wish our country would do it, but they won't.
So the girl understood English really well, or
Yeah,
yeah,
they don't have Stunt Hangar over there in China. They
yeah.
don't have YouTube in China, so they don't.
My son went to school in Shanghai for a year. Because and he went to school, and at the college he went to, they had American internet, so he could communicate with us. We used to Skype, but
Yeah,
you couldn't do that on outside the college. You know,
too strict. They're watching everything you're doing. Like I said, she got a handler here, and he looks like
yeah, it was like the Rush. They don't want him to defect.
right. That's what he looks like. He's some kind of army guy.
Yeah. Hey, Carolyn, the dog keep her, so
Okay, Marcelo Granat says the orange profile flown yet, and it's red, but no. I saw a video of a great flying today of the Chinese flyers. What do you think of the flyers? Buddy, that girl is great.
looking at the chat.
Yeah, it's the chat.
Let me look it up.
I'm a fan, that's for sure.
uh,
I think she could win the Nats. I think she's better than the rest.
what are you looking at? I only see one comment in the chat box.
Well, from who?
Um, Dave, David Day. It sounds like a little confusion. Am I looking at the? No, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
looking at the wrong.
Where's the live stream?
I don't know, but make sure that you got it muted.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't know where it's at on your phone, but
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it now. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of, okay. Yeah, so did you see, the guy from Canada? Was he walking?
Morel,
Yeah, Len, yeah,
and Len's here. He's flying okay.
yeah,
He outflew me on the first round at the Nats by 3 points.
okay,
My Nats extravaganza.
all
You know,
right.
I won the Pilot's Choice in N30 and third place in N30.
Yeah, that's good. Congratulations, you flew good.
But at the Nats, day one was low wind. The first round was low wind.
Right.
and I only scored a 504, which was not. There was people scoring in the 400s on our circle. They were
Yeah.
tough judges. And Len beat me by 3 points. He scored a 507.
Right.
So I said, well, okay, maybe I can do the second round or the second day, the next day and be all right. Because nobody went up on the second round because the wind came up howling.
Right.
You had one chance to make it. So 504, I was just outside the bubble. I was sixth on the circle
Make the cut. Yeah.
to make the cut. So on the next day, it was a monsoon. The wind, I mean, there was moisture in the air and it blowing like hell.
Hmm.
I said, I scratch, forget it, because I'm just not going to do any good. And then about the time my flight came up, it got calm, but I had already scratched.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
another year goes by that I didn't make the cut.
Well, that's if you really wanted to fly, waiting on the weather, you just scratch right before your flight. That's it. If you looked at the weather, you saw it was you could see on the weather app that the winds are going to die down, take a judgment call. But anyway, you did good. You got your trophies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming home with a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. I got a roll of 1,000 foot of line from Melvin.
Okay.
I got a pipe from Mike Lonke for 65. I got 3 landing gear from Dan. I
Mhm.
got, let's see, what else did I get? I got a bunch of trinkets from Jim Lee. I got a roll of tow from Howard, 2 gallons of fuel from Rich's Brew. Not, yeah. You'll notice that Rich's Brew is now advertising on Stunt Hangar. I'm going to revamp his website.
Okay.
I guess he's got somebody that doesn't know what the hell they're doing his website. He doesn't have a SSL, so he can't take credit cards. It doesn't notify him on his phone when he's got an order. So we're
Hmm.
gonna get all that straightened out. And let's see what else have I got. Oh, I got 2 13.6 rev up carbon props from Steve Wilk.
Okay.
Them are nice too. $36 a piece. I can't make them for that.
That's I chip too many props to spend that kind of money. Um, but anyway, I've been playing around with Joe Gilbert's fuel thing, and I flew this weekend with it, and I'm really getting the plane dialed in. I mean, with my LA 46, and
Up the nitro and open up the needle valve.
yep. But when I first did it, Joe uses, I used the same oil, and I started with the 20% nitro, 18 oil, and the rest, alcohol, methanol, and then, but I didn't have enough runtime because I only have a 4.5 ounce tank.
Right.
I didn't want to put a bigger tank and more nose weight, and I don't want to mess around with the plane. So I figured, let me cut it back to 15%. And at 15%, it was when it was hotter out last 2 weeks ago. It gave me a runtime of 620. And then I flew it last. It was cool here, pretty cool here this past Sunday, and I have a runtime of 590, which is sort of like borderline, and I'm doing like 50, 51 lap times. But I tell you that with the fuel, the LA 46 just stays in a solid 4-stroke. And like when you come up to the top of the overheads, it may peep a little bit like it wants to try to go into it too, but in the loops, solid 4-stroke. In the squares, all solid 4-stroke. The guys are saying, they say, what is that, a Tiger 51 in there? They go, no, it's the LA 46. And, they're shocked. And that's when I heard Joe, I said, at Brodak flying his plane. I said, Joe, I said, what I know it's a 60, but which one is it in that plane? He says, that's a stock LA-46. I go, well, I said, well, what are you doing? What fuel are you using? Something's different, And sure enough, I'm getting the same results that he has. And even at 15%, it's still running the same. I'm going to knock it down to 13% nitro, still the same oil and methanol, and see where just I need another 15. I'd like another 15 seconds, to so I don't have to run out to the handle, and I'll be able to take a couple extra laps here or there, when you have that, brain fog,
Right. Tony Dallas asks, have I flown in the world event before? No, it's very hard to make the team in this country.
Okay.
If you're like Dorn, he went to Romania and he's the only one flying control line. You can make the team. Land, they got a few good flyers up there, and if
Right.
you're the only guy at the team crowd, you're going to make the team. But it ain't happening like that in the United States.
Oh yeah. So this is you. You have to fight for the chance to fly, right? I mean, you have to, they only can have 3 flyers,
Right.
and 1 female.
Right. I have flown in the team trials, but I've never made the team.
Okay, so that's just like the combat stuff.
Right.
Yeah, well.
It is hard to make the team because Orestes and
Hey, those top 5 guys are hard to beat.
it's always the same top 5.
What's that?
It's always the same top 5 at the Nationals.
I noticed something. I don't know. I'm timing it off your video, and that was Lee's lap times in the final video. He was doing like 5.5 upright and change, and then when he went inverted, it went like I think 5.7 lap times. That thing was just lumbering along. I don't know if it sounded like that in person. You were videoing it, so
Yeah.
was it? It's at certain times it almost sounded like it was like too rich, like sputtering.
Well, his tank's adjusted wrong, but it don't matter. I mean, that's what he likes.
Yeah,
I like to go.
but I mean, during the maneuvers, it sounded like it was like almost flaming out in some of the maneuvers.
Yeah,
Unless that was,
I think he's using a Rojet in that,
yeah.
maybe PA, but
Man, that when I heard him going around upright, I said, "Boy, he's slow." And then he went inverted. And he said, "Well, it was even slower." I said, "Boy, I wonder if he missed a needle." But other guys said that's the way he flies. The guys, that seen him fly at the Nats. But I was sort of shocked. Everybody
did a good job. He got second.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. It works, but everybody else was like 5.0 to 5.2.
We also talked tonight or today or whatever. I keep talking about it, knocking the halo off. And Kim Doherty from Canada said the worst thing that happened to us is not having the Navy judge it. We always had different winners every year with the Navy.
Right.
Now we got the same judges and the same flyers. We got the same winners. It's never going to change. Mm-hmm. So to knock the halo off these guys, I wanted to get the students from Ball State geometry, and everybody can see a circle, everybody can see a triangle, everybody can see a straight line and a square. Brett, but you can't do that. Why not?
To me, I don't know. I always said this, but to me, it looks like they're doing their maneuvers lower than 45.
They do an FAI, but okay. Most Americans fly 60 degrees. Big. Right. They're big. Looks better big.
Yeah.
But the rule book says 45.
Well, I noticed, like same thing with the video of the practice flights today. Everybody was below 45, it looked like.
It's FAI, yeah. They're trying to stay under 45. Smaller the better.
Right.
But I want to knock the halo off. Well, Brett Buck says, well, they won't know who the pilots are. That's right. They won't know who the pilots are. So it knocks the halo right off them.
Yeah.
And those kids got sharp eyes, and they can see a square and a triangle and a circle and a straight line.
Until they get that tracer perfected.
I don't think you're ever going to see that. I'd like to see that.
Did you ever fly with it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were at Brodak. He had it. That's pretty amazing stuff.
I didn't fly at Rodak, but I flew at I flew at Cleveland with it.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
would be great to have.
it was at our contest last year, the North Beast.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if if the weather looks good, he'll be here again in September when we have the contest again.
Well, I'll tell you, Hunt has the best rounds. Hunt is perfectly on that line.
Yeah. Oh, from our contest, yeah. He was right on everything looked great. He was right on the mark.
Now Bob Hunt says he's going to retire again.
Okay.
He said
he's flying great.
Yeah, he said, "See ya, I'm done." That's what he said this year, but he said it 5 times before. So,
Huh?
But I don't think he's feeling well. I think his back is hurting again.
Yeah, well, I know that feeling. My back's been bothering me, and my daughter, she has a bachelor's degree in dance, and that's part of dance. They stretch. So she's been, I've been laying on the ground, and she's put your leg this way, look this way, put your arm that way, and then cross your leg over your other leg and grab your shin and pull it to your,
1 minute, Jimmy. You got to turn your camera on. Plug your camera in.
Okay.
So she did all that, and actually, it helped me a lot.
Let's see.
The past Saturday, I was doing some work. I had one of those lidocaine patches on my back, and it took me 4 Advils to get through the day.
There you go.
So. How you doing?
I think I'm probably going to spend the last night at your house, Friday night.
I'm sorry. Let me turn this up. What'd you say?
I think I'm going to spend the last night at your house. I'm not going to pay for another.
Oh yeah, okay. You want to drive here and then head to St. Louis in the morning?
No, what? No.
On Friday. You're talking about Friday night?
Yeah, stay Friday night, then drive back here for Saturday. That Saturday is the finishing. I mean, I think keep straight. This is a cluster. Nobody knows what's going on here.
Oh, really?
Are all the rooms booked up out there?
Pardon me?
Yeah.
Everything's booked up?
Yeah.
You have to stay 20 miles away to get a room?
Where'd you get a room at, Sparky?
I'm still in Super 8, but I had to move rooms. I'm in the worst room in the hotel. When I look out the window, I see the back side of the roof. There isn't.
Well, does it have a bed and a and a shower?
Yeah.
That's all you need.
You got the Yoshi
shower
there. In Muncie.
And nobody's in the hotel from the Nats. I don't know anybody here. They're all, from other countries. Don't speak the same language.
Yeah, there wasn't very many people stayed over, I guess, huh?
No.
Who's still there that, like a Stunt Hangar crew?
Well, Len Burrell's here and Doran's here. Tryon.
Oh, okay.
And
is Joe still there?
Joe Gilbert's here, yeah.
I thought I saw Colleen in one of the videos.
Yes, she's here, Colleen. But they're not in this motel. They're in a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, but who's the Colleen? Who's the Colleen that Bill Lee said that broke her ankle or something?
That's Colleen, Joe's wife.
She broke her ankle since Brodak?
Twisted her, I don't know.
Oh wow. Well, that's too bad. So
I didn't have my earpiece on. That's why I couldn't hear you. I turned it on. Now I can hear everything.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah, it helps. So anyway, so you're saying Joe Gilbert and Cheyenne and
Len Burrell.
Len Burrell are here.
Lynn, yeah, Lynn, he's there. Yeah. Did Hugh go back home?
Who?
Not Hugh. I mean Gary. I meant Gary. Did
I don't
Gary
know.
go back home?
Do I know Gary?
Gary Sinclair? Wasn't he there?
I haven't seen him at all here.
Well, who am I thinking about then? I'm confused. Never mind. I'm confused.
Out there, but I'm pretty-
Yeah. Yeah, I'm confused.
Gary Sinclair's been on the computer, but he hasn't been here. Not that I know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mike went back home.
Mike who?
Lonky.
I haven't seen him here at the Worlds.
Lonky. Yeah, he was there. I saw him.
Today
Oh, at the
was,
World. You mean at the Worlds? I'm sorry. You said at the Worlds. I saw him at the Nationals.
yeah,
Okay,
he
never
was at the
mind. Yeah.
Nats.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was busy. He was trying to fly and stunt and try to find combat, and he was pretty busy.
Yeah, Gary said he can't get in. He says he wants to something about update his passcode. He's on the chat.
Turn off your computer and log back in. I don't see him on the chat.
Yeah, the last one.
I can't get in. It wants me to update my passcode. I never had to enter. I'm not asking for a passcode. So there's something with your computer.
Hmm.
I mean, nothing has changed on this end. You got in okay, right?
Yeah, I got in fine.
Yeah,
No problem. Yeah.
same thing with me. I just went out at the bench, and I'm on
Hey,
I'm an old.
Hey, Al, I found out one thing. I couldn't get in, and I kept having trouble with getting on the Zoom, and I kept going to the meeting. It was Sunday. I thought it was Monday. So I was trying to get in on Sunday.
Okay.
I wanted to be 24 hours early. I'll tell you, I couldn't believe that. I had no idea. Sparky said, well, I was talking to him on the phone today, and he said, well, you were trying to get in to the Stunt Hangar last night. And he says, did you know it was Sunday? And I said,
Yeah.
no. I said, I thought it was Monday. No wonder I had a problem.
Right. It takes me a little bit to get in because I'm on a Windows 7 laptop, and it lags around a lot. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on a laptop too, because I've got a desktop computer, but it doesn't have a camera and it doesn't have a microphone or anything. It's old. It's about 10 years old.
Well, this is a desktop, but a laptop, but it's a smoking laptop, one of them gamer jobs.
Oh yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, it's a nice laptop. It's HP, 17 inch each HP. It's nice. I've had it a couple of years now.
That's what this one is, but it's it's a Ryzen GeForce 6000 Series 7, whatever that means.
Well,
What
talk
up?
about the
What is
talk
that?
about your core, I guess.
Are you Windows 10 or 11?
11.
Yeah, 11. I hate it. I like 10 better.
Yeah.
But you can't buy anything with 10 on it anymore.
Yeah, right.
All you can get is 11. So I don't like it. To me, it's they. I don't see where it operates any better. It's just change. It's change for the sake of change.
You know why that happens?
And then you got to learn all the files.
They got a
Yeah.
they got a bunch of kids doing all this typing and shit and updating to show their worth.
Yeah.
And they update it and send it out there and then have us figure out what the bugs are.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah. And then we complain, and then they fix the bugs. Yeah.
Yep.
And by the time you get to learn how to use it, then they change it again.
You'll be a 12. Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be Windows 12.
I finally got to learn how to use, Windows 7, and all of a sudden now we got to go to 10.
I started off with a 269. The old, all I had was word processor and stuff like that. And then I got Windows 3, and I was living high on the hog. I had Windows 3. A lot of people didn't have that. I was like, I got Windows 3.
Jonathan, Jonathan Carradas is in. He's back from the hospital.
Hi,
Knights, it says, highest Sparky and Knights of the Round Circle. Long time no talk. Well, they got a bunch of Kiwis here. So come on in and talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Windows experience started with XP.
Yeah, XP was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're a lot, yeah, you're a lot younger than I am. I started back in the old days with
Well, I
computers.
had DOS. I had DOS when I first
Yeah,
started.
that's what it was, DOS. I couldn't think of what it was. I had a two 269 or something like that. I think it was DOS. That's what they called it. I couldn't think of what the word was. Yeah.
But there is no passcode, Gary. Let me look here, chat.
I wonder if he's talking about the password on Zoom, because
Well,
Zoom
yeah,
will ask you for a password,
yeah, he's asking for a passcode. Name and
passcode.
pass. Yeah, your password. Type your password in. And if you forgot password, hit forgot password, get an email,
Yeah,
and get the code.
yeah, get an email. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting old, Sparky. You're getting like me, buddy. Getting hard to get up and down.
Well, I stood on my feet for 40 years as an
Yeah, I know. I was amazed at all the walking you did. My God, you walked all over that place.
and then when I'd come back home from work and sit down in the chair, I'm stoved up. I can't get up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of that way. I get in my chair and if I sit in a low chair like well, we went to that meeting at the AMA the other day and had those low folding chairs.
Oh, those are
I got down and I had to get Bob Hunt to pull me up. I couldn't get up. Couldn't get up on my own, so I had to grab an arm, and I think somebody else grabbed the other arm. I can't remember who. And it was probably oh I can't. What's that? Oh, never mind. I can't think of who I'm
Jonathan
thinking of.
Carrata says, watch them Kiwis. We cleaned up a 5 mil country with a 10G at the Olympics. Go Kiwis. Well, I'll tell you what, your Kiwis ain't going to top that Chinese girl.
But did you see where all them people are getting sick that swam in the river?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What river?
Well, it's what's the name of this? Shine River or something like that in France. And they did their water
Polluted.
meat, their water meat. They did it in the river, and now a bunch of them's got E. coli, which
Oh,
is
shit
not.
river.
Yeah, the Ship River. Yeah, yeah. They said that on the news. They said, well,
Yeah.
there was a report of feces
Yeah.
floating in the river, but yet they got in it anyway. And I thought,
Those,
Ain't no way.
I don't need a medal that bad to get swim in a river full of poop.
it was probably downriver from the treatment plant.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Lady had a dog she just gave a bath to, and he was walking in the field, and he just started, rolling on the ground. I said, you know why that dog's rolling there, don't you? I go, no, but he likes this spot. I said, somebody crapped it.
Oh God.
Oh, it's true. Some animal took a dump there.
Jeez. Oh man.
Yeah, and he was really getting into it. Just, and he just got a bath, and only in one spot.
Yeah, I gotta take mine in Wednesday. About every 6 weeks they have to go in and get haircut in the bath.
I did, and it don't work. So I can finish and getting Zoom. I don't know what to tell you, Gary, because there's nothing here that I can do about it.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be. It has to be on his end, Sparky. It
Yeah, it
has
is.
to. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
Go at the bench and click the link, and the Zoom should pop up.
Yeah, that's what mine
Okay,
did.
wait a minute. wait a minute. We got a meeting passcode here. I see for an invite. 147244. Try that, Gary. 147244. Try that and see if you can get in. Maybe because I copied the link before I started the stream. But try that passcode, 147244.
I don't know. I didn't have any problem. I got right on, Sparky. Now that I found out it was Monday, wasn't Sunday.
Yeah. Somehow his computer's lost its cookie. So we'll try that. So one four 147244 for the passcode. Let's copy the invitation.
Mhm.
Contacts. Copy the invite link. Hey, let me put that in here. I'll do it on Stunt Hangar again. Monday Night Hangout. And copy this. Oh shoot. Why did it do that? Delete. Yeah, it opens right up.
Here comes Gary Sinclair.
Oh,
He's trying to get in.
So how many sharks did you see today?
95%.
Yeah.
It's a
I was watching.
Sharknado.
Yeah, I was watching on YouTube, and that's
was
all.
perfect.
I'd love to have one of those. How much? You asked that guy how much they cost. What did he tell you? I couldn't hear his answer.
It wasn't a shark. That was a axioma.
Yeah, for 2,500 on the Axioma.
What the heck's the difference?
$1,000 on a shark.
What's the difference in a shark and an axioma?
There's Gary.
There's Gary.
Yeah,
That's what I need.
hold on. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I needed. So what?
Let me modify this. Just in case, I'll type that in there. Passcode PASSCODE 147244. But it really doesn't need one if you got the cookie, say, on your computer. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I know the rest of them got in, so I thought.
So what you been doing, Gary?
Oh, just taking care of my wife a little bit, and
Yeah.
going to the rest home and stuff, staying.
Are you here?
Is that?
No, he's
Are
home.
you here?
No, I'm home.
He's home. I recognize the background.
Watching your videos, and
He's in his easy chair.
Yeah, Jimmy says, is Gary there?
Yeah, I thought you were at the Nationals. I thought I saw you at the Nationals. I must have been your brother.
Must have been.
Your twin brother must have been there.
Yeah, that's him. He shows up in 7 places.
Yeah. So Al, what do you fly control on, I assume?
Yes. Yeah. I was mostly really real competitive in racing.
Oh, really?
Turkey and combat.
Oh.
And I just started to fly stunt. Because everybody starts flying the same disciplines. So some stunt guys were starting to fly combat, and so then I started to fly stunt.
Mm-hmm.
So, but most
stunts a lot of fun. Combat's fun too. I mean, it's
oh yeah, I did.
but it keeps you busy. Repairing and building, and you never get a break.
I won the Nats in clown racing and in slow rat.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. This year you're talking about?
In 21, I
21. Okay.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
I went back. I was at the Nats. I think last before that, 2006. I won clown racing, 2006 or seven.
Mm-hmm.
So those are pretty, you know, take a lot of stamina events
Yeah. 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 A friend of mine used to fly RC pylon racing.
right.
And uh, Sparky, you remember Bill Rutherford?
Sure.
He flew with uh, Al Raby.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, he passed away a couple of years ago. Anyway, he was telling me one time that he said he's an engine is only good for like 6 races, and he said that's trash after that. He said you just gotta totally. Said the only thing left is the carburetor and the case.
Yeah.
Everything else he said has to be replaced. That's be a lot of work.
So
You
I like engines, so I like the nitro
like
stuff.
to mess with them? Yeah. Uh-huh.
And same with stunt. That's what I was just talking to Sparky about, that
Mm-hmm.
about the fuel in the LA 46. And Joe Gilbert, I noticed his engine sounded different than everybody else's, and I wanted to duplicate that, and Joe helped me, and it worked. So I'm trying to work on that and perfect it a little bit more for my after.
Yeah.
Be careful with that 20% nitro. It'll eat the nose off your airplane.
That's
Doesn't matter.
I think they run too much nitro myself, but that's just a personal opinion, you know.
No,
But
I mean, I used GMA Power Master for the past 5 years. That's all I use, and
yeah.
put it in everything.
Well, I'm old timer, so I grew up with 5%.
Right.
The old Fox fuel and Tester's fuel, they were all 5%, and pure caster, and didn't
Yeah.
have the synthetics and all that like they got today. So
I did a lot of Foxburg racing. My partner and I both won Foxburg at Brodak many times, and same thing down racing there. So
yeah.
and the one year Phil Bailey was there, and
Oh yeah.
he was there watching, and he said, "Oh my God, how do you get that thing started so fast?" Just learning the knack, the sequence, and
Well, you started with a starter, I guess, right?
oh yeah, right here. This is the starter.
That's your starter, yeah.
Whack that prop. You can't have a starter racing.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of starter I always use most of the time. And then as I got older, I went to the. Of course, it depends on the engine. Some of them, in one flip and you're done. So it depends on the engine.
They repaved the racing circles, Al.
Hmm.
This is for Al Ferraro. They repaved the racing circles.
Okay, good.
Or are you where are you at, Al? You in
Jersey.
Where?
New Jersey.
Oh, Jersey. Oh,
Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah. I used to work with a bunch of guys from Jersey, and they had a standing joke. If you said, "Oh, I'm from Jersey," they'd say, "Yeah, one exit." You ever heard that? Yeah, one exit. Oh, I thought that was pretty funny.
When I was there, it cost money to get out.
Yeah.
There's 4 main highways that go through the state, so
yeah. I never knew the joke. I never knew the reason for the joke, but I just always thought it was funny.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
If you're up north, it's Route 80. If you're in north central Jersey, like I am, it's Route 78 to get from east to west, and north to south is the Turnpike and the Parkway and Route 1 and 9. So.
Are you how close? How close are you to 95?
I would say probably about 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm right in the
next?
middle. I'm right in the middle from you know, from the East Coast to the PA. From the
yeah.
yeah, I'm
You're
right
in the middle.
right
Yeah.
Green
Okay.
Parkway.
right where I'm right where 287 and 78 come together.
What exit is that?
They call it the Garden State.
Exit 24.
Yeah.
24. Okay.
What is that Green Parkway there? There's some green highway.
What you mean, the Garden State Parkway?
Yeah, that's it. Garden State Parkway.
Yeah, it's not too green if you go up through Newark and Irvington up north that way.
I curbed a tire in Jersey
But when you
coming back from New York when I was driving a truck.
mhm.
And I called dispatch and I said, "Where's the next tire station?" They said, "Well, I was already to Pennsylvania." They said, "Well, it's back in Jersey." I said, "Nah, I'm going west. I'll see you in Pittsburgh."
Pittsburgh, you're like 5 hours away.
Yeah,
we,
I ran on a flat tire on the trailer.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, or 4 hours away from me in Pittsburgh.
yeah,
That's right by I go past that to go to Brodak.
yeah.
I ain't going back to New York either. I had to back across kind of like 4 lanes of traffic to get
Yeah,
up to the dock.
it's brutal. Going through those highways, it's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere unless you go to Montana, maybe. I've never been to Montana, but I think you're going to run into that about everywhere anymore. There's population's getting so bad. Yeah.
I'm more out in the country area of New Jersey. There's more
Oh, yeah.
farmland and stuff. I grew up in Union, and where every house was on like a quarter of an acre. So then I had enough of that, and I moved further west, and out here,
Yeah.
got some
How
more.
far away are you from Bob Hunt? He's only a block away from
Oh,
New
he's a long way.
Well,
Bob Hunt.
for me, Bob Hunt's 20 minutes, not
Yeah,
even.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm all screwed up then. I thought I was going to say 5 hours because I
No,
was thinking,
no,
how close did you say you were to Pittsburgh?
I'm 4 hours away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Bob Hunt's further west from me.
okay. All right.
Where he has I went to his contest a couple times.
Did you? Yeah.
But
Yeah. Okay. I'm all screwed up and I don't
When I
know.
was at Bob Hunt's house, he said, "Well, New Jersey's only 2 blocks that way or whatever."
right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm
My grandparents lived in Camden back in the 60s. And it was pretty nice back in those days. They had a beautiful house.
mhm,
That's the first house I'd ever been to that had an in-ground swimming pool.
okay.
And yeah, I mean, they were doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't have a swimming pool. I was lucky to have a gym membership. Yeah,
Yeah.
they lived in Camden, and my grandfather, when he was living in Camden, well, before then, I should say, he came to the Nationals in '61. And no one told me anything. I'm just a stupid 15-year-old. And I've come to find out my grandfather shows up at the Navy and they give him all these credentials and got a name tag for him and all that, all made up and ready. I'm thinking, well, what's going on here? It's kind of weird. Well, come to find out my grandfather was president of the AMA.
Oh,
Yeah, and I didn't know it. I didn't know he'd been president. He had been president of the AMA, and he was retired from the AMA at that. I mean, he was out of the AMA at that time. But I wondered, it was strange how they had all this information on him and
mhm.
tags made up and everything for him, and they said, "Oh, well, didn't you know?" I said, "No, I didn't. No one told me." So yeah, it was kind of interesting.
Camden's an hour and a half away from me, 65 miles.
Yeah.
That's south.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, we're How far? I don't know. We're like maybe 80 miles from my house to Muncie, maybe 80 miles.
Mhm.
It's still an hour and a half drive, no matter how you slice it. I mean,
Muncie,
you got to go.
that's
Got to
9 hours
go.
for me.
Hmm.
That's
I'm
9
sorry.
hours for me. to
Oh
Muncie.
yeah, yeah. It's a long way for you. Yeah, yeah. Well,
5 hours.
Gary, say something. You don't, you don't ever say anything. Tell me something good.
I'm just listening. Yeah, I
Tell me
think
something good. Gary,
well,
you're in Colorado, aren't you?
I'm in Ohio.
You're in Ohio? Boy,
Yeah.
I am screwed up. Anyway, some reason I always thought you were out there in Colorado. Hmm.
No.
No, that's Mark. It's from Colorado or that area.
Yeah, Mark. That's who
Mhm.
I was thinking about. Yeah, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right where Interstate 77 crosses over in West Virginia.
Hmm.
So Sparky, what's next on the building list?
I'm gonna whip out that last Viper that I got that's 3/4 done, and then I'm gonna build another one, but I'm gonna build it with a pipe in it.
Okay.
Why do you want to do that?
I just saw some things in some airplanes. I'm gonna change it up a little bit
Yeah,
at the
I didn't
world.
think you. I didn't think you were a fan of the pipe.
I'm not, except I mean because I can't get it light enough. But I'm gonna buy this pipe that Frank Williams runs. It's a full wave pipe, and it's super light. It's less than an ounce, but it's
Okay, and you're going to fly that on a PA, right?
right. PA 65,
71, 71,
65, 65.
65. Okay, explain to me, just for curiosity, because I don't have a PA, but just for the curiosity, what is the difference between just flying it with a muffler and flying it with a pipe?
It holds the motor back. You're turning a big prop at a
Hmm.
constant RPM, low pitch, and it holds the motor back so it has brake coming downhill. Got
Oh, so
got to
you don't
brake
get
it.
that motor rev up and change on the maneuvers.
Well, I don't on my Super Tigers either, but I want to try the PA 65. I got a PA 65 airplane, but there's no pipe on it, and it's a
Hmm.
muffler. And the back pressure from that muffler, it's not allowing it to stretch. It just doesn't have enough poop. Takes volume for that motor, and that
Yeah.
motor got it. But
Now
I
you're
love
running
Super Tigers
you're running a 13.4, right?
13.45. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I never did really know. I know a lot of guys were using the pipe. I didn't see as many this year as the last time I was out at the Nationals. It didn't seem like there was as many people with pipes
Yeah, everybody's went to
this year.
electric.
Well, that's true too. You got awful lot of electrics. In fact, it seemed like uh, most of the people from foreign countries were flying electric.
You know why? They can't get no fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay.
I heard
Zero
there was
nitro.
I heard there was a couple batteries flying around today,
Oh, really? That'd be embarrassing. Have your battery fly away.
ejecting the battery during the flight.
Mm, yeah, that wouldn't be too good.
Hunt loves electric. Okay, great. If you want to fly electric, fine. But for me, they ain't got it. Everything I watch, except for that Chinese girl, I don't know what setup she's got, but it seems to be working.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some good flying airplanes out there. I saw some of them when I was up there at the Nats, but then I watched your YouTube video this morning, and man, and that girl. When does the competition? I'd like to hear. I'd like to know how that girl comes out. When do they start? The girl that we were talking about this morning.
Tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, I'll be on the field filming.
Okay.
They do 3 days of qualifications, then the fly off is on Saturday. I don't know where I want to stay. If I'm going to stay for Saturday, I'm going to have to come to Jim's house and spend a night there, and then drive back here, and then drive back and spend the night, and then go back home.
Yeah. Well, you can spend the night as long as you want, as many nights as you want. It doesn't matter to me. So,
So that
you're welcome to stay as long as you want.
How many miles is it to your house?
is
Pardon
there
me?
other girl flyers also?
Yeah, there's one other girl flyer.
Okay.
Let me see how
This
long.
this girl, if you think to get on YouTube in the morning, you got to watch this girl fly.
Yeah.
I've never, of all the years I've been around stunt, I can say that I've never seen what I would call a perfect pattern. But
Mhm.
this girl flew, in my estimation, of what I would have judged as a perfect pattern.
Right. No, I was watching Sparky's videos, you know.
Man, did you see her fly then?
Oh yeah, no,
Oh boy, I'm telling you what, I was amazed. I just,
Yeah.
she was,
on my phone, I didn't, have it blown up, but I could see her bottoms.
oh yeah, she hit what I watched for, I've judged at the nets,
Okay.
half a dozen times. And what I always watch for when I'm judging is intersections.
Yeah.
So you'll get a guy come up and maybe you line it up with a tree or something, and then he'll come around and he'll miss the tree and
Mhm.
come around like that. And that's what I always look for. And bottoms. Bottoms are very important too. I mean, those are two things that as a judge I always look for is the bottoms. A lot of people look for, is he hitting the 45 on his loops, or is he going past the 45? And there's a lot of things you can concentrate on, but my two pet peeves are intersections and bottoms.
Oh, well.
She hit every one of them, man.
She
I mean,
flies like the 1960s, just like the old little airplanes used to fly.
yeah,
Well, she's got a lot of support behind her.
yeah,
The whole
yeah,
Chinese government.
yeah. They wouldn't even let Sparky talk to her.
Right. Flying a $4,000 plane and all that other stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking, she probably, being from China, she probably flies 15 flights a day. Just
More than
being,
that, she does that here.
How do they get all those
yeah.
batteries here on the airplane?
I don't know. They must have
That's
shipped
a
them
trip.
over.
Because there must have been a whole bunch of batteries, coming this way.
Yeah, I saw somebody land, and that's exactly right. As soon as the airplane stopped, they pulled the battery out, put a new battery in. They
Yeah.
were ready to go.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Now those guys have each have about 50 batteries.
Yeah, they probably got a whole box.
Yeah.
What we think is a toolbox is probably just full of batteries. Yeah. Hey there, Stuart. Did you
Hi,
get
Jim.
in? Have any trouble?
Yeah,
You look
trying.
you, you look different without your hat on.
Oh yeah, here.
Yeah.
Did you have to use a passcode?
Passcode.
Yeah, you didn't.
No, I
did
just
you?
logged in the normal way and
Gary, there's something going on with your computer.
I know. I was surprised when it come up. I thought,
Oh,
oh,
Gary,
man,
you
I
were
never had that
having
before.
you were
Yeah.
you were the one having the trouble, huh, Gary?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Somebody was having trouble. I didn't know. Wasn't sure who it was. Yeah.
If he's clearing all his cookies, all his, he's not
Yeah.
gonna, it's not going to remember the code. You know.
Oh, somebody wants to buy your house.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Solar panels.
I get that all. I get at least one a week of that.
Yeah.
We got a cash offer. Cash offer. I told one lady, I said, I've been here for 14 years, and I'll probably die here. I said, so you don't need to call me back. Well, we have a really good offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes Denny.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Denny.
Hey,
Hi,
Dennis.
guys.
Denny, hey buddy.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Doing all
Good,
right.
good.
Made it home safe without having an accident, so that was good. So
Okay. Well,
I,
that's always a good thing. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good thing. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Did Shirley get a hold of you? She said she might be getting a hold of you to see if she could make a trip down to the Worlds sometime during the week.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking to you. Shirley
You
Sheets.
talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to
Hey,
you.
you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh
You haven't
no,
heard from her yet.
I
Okay.
haven't talked to anyone. So
Okay.
yeah. So who's supposed to call me?
Shirley
Sheets.
Sheets.
Oh, Shirley. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Shirley, you just, right?
Yeah, Shirley. Oh, don't call me Shirley.
Yeah. I'm not jesting, and don't call me Shirley.
That's right.
Anyway.
That's one of the funniest movies ever made.
Yeah.
Ah, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leslie Nielsen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're just in time, Denny, because
Leslie
I'm
Nielsen.
dead tired.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I'm sorry I'm late, man. I knew you'd be hanging in there, so.
Well,
right.
you can buy dinner for everybody next time. How's
Mhm.
that?
I don't know. He's kind of buying dinner now, so it looks like Gary's getting a
Yeah,
snack there,
yeah.
and I forgot
That's
to
the
grab my
truth.
snack on the way down. So,
Yeah.
so Sparks,
Boy,
thanks for having this for us and everything like that. I appreciate that. That you let the chat room happen. So,
Well, the first half, it's not so bad when I'm back in St. Louis, but I've been walking all day.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
dead tired.
Yeah, it's a long day. It's a long day. So,
There may not be a chat Friday because I'll be on the road.
right. And I'll be on the road also. So, in fact, I might not see you next Monday either, but that's in the future. Let's worry about this. So,
Mhm.
You going to a contest somewhere? Or?
yeah, I wish. No, my
Oh.
wife and I we're heading out.
Mm.
We're heading out on a vacay. We're heading up north, right?
I got you.
Favorite destination of all people live in Michigan or used to live in Michigan. Where are you going? Up north. Up
Yeah.
north.
Was it Mackinac Island or something? And I've never
Actually,
been up
we
there,
are.
but is that where you're going? Yeah.
Tomorrow
Never
night
been
we're
there,
going
but
to
I hear
be.
it's really nice.
It really is. Tomorrow night we're
Mm.
going to be in Mackinac City, and the next day we'll go to the island, and the day after that we're going to go across the UP, the Upper Peninsula, and the waterfalls and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of waterfalls and stuff up there. My wife is a big fan of that. It's Upper Peninsula is just about a wilderness. There's hardly any people up there. So
summer's over, right?
that's about it. Well, Nats is over, summer's over.
It's not over till Labor Day, technically.
I've been messing around with a bunch of projects that have been waiting in the wings and whatever else.
Yeah.
So
Did you said that Brodax sells those boxes? Is that correct?
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would be.
They don't quite sell this one. This is kind of resurrected, a piece of this and a piece of that, and I had to extend it a little bit and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they don't sell these either, but that's actually about the last one my brother designed before we lost him. So, so the airplane was started by my dad. The motor mount was done by my brother. And so this is kind of a double tribute airplane. So
Get the motor on your Navion yet?
No, I haven't, Sparky.
Okay.
All I've done is get it out of the car and put it on the workbench. That's all I've done.
I'll put it together when I come over.
Okay. Yeah, I want to give you one of them Fox 35s too, because you said you'd never flown a Fox 35, and then you can build something, put a Fox 35 in it.
No. That'd be even more work.
You don't want any more of that, huh? Okay.
It needs another standard size Viper. That's all. So.
Yeah.
No.
You ever thought about just putting a foam wing in one of those Vipers?
Yeah, I thought about it. Matter of fact, I had one years ago. I
Did
crashed
you?
I crashed Viper. I think it was 5. No, maybe it was 4. Yeah, it was
Mhm.
4. I crashed Viper for a week before SIG, and I didn't have an airplane. So I got a wing. I can't remember what the wing was out of, and I built one of the Vipers with a foam wing, and I did it in a week and flew SIG, and it flew all right. But
Yeah.
that's back when I was running OSVF 46s.
Mm.
It was a white fuselage and red monocoated wings, just a slap together job so I could make the SIG contest.
Yeah.
I think that was 94, and I
Yeah.
did that.
Well, Jim Hughes put together airplanes like that, right? 1 week wonders or 3 day
Yeah.
wonders or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Charlie Mackey always laughed about. I built a Lark from start to the flying field in 7 days.
Wow.
he thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always got a kick out of that. The old
So
Charlie.
was that and see, the Lark was a D tube wing and all that wasn't even an I-beam, was it? So
No, it was a D tube. Yeah.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Everybody says
Yeah.
how hard I-beams are. They go together fast.
Yeah,
Well,
they do.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Looks
do.
to seems to me that I-beams, what you do is you plan your work a little different and stuff like that. And by the time you
Mm.
get time to get pieces on there, you get an airplane really fast. So
Mhm.
Weekend. You can have an
Mm.
airplane in a weekend. You got all the
Mhm.
parts cut.
Yeah,
I
they
may
can.
do it again. I had started an Aries once. It was one of my electric conversions. And I
Yeah.
had planned on a Aries in a day. I was going to do a quickie build thread for Stunt Hangar, and I had the way you pre-build an I-beam. I had the fuselage all carved, the blocks were off and hollowed, and ready to install. The
Mhm.
I-beam was built, the flaps, all the elevator, all of that was carved and everything like that. So basically, I was in a position to take the fuselage frame, install the leading, trailing edge, all that, install the tail, get the controls in, all that kind of stuff. And then the last thing you do, of course, is put the ribs in
Mhm.
and then, sand it and then put the blocks on it. And lo and behold, you got yourself an airplane. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you can do a bunch of sub assemblies and have them waiting. And when final assembly comes, it can go really, really fast. So,
Yeah. Had the Lark been an I-beam, I could probably even got it done in 6 days.
well, that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, 6 days and you had it trimmed.
That's
Yeah.
faster than I can build it. My fastest Aries that I built was 11 days. I did
Yeah,
that on the Stuka stunt form. 11 days start to finish, and I won Spirit of 62 with it.
that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. So,
Good
actually,
job.
my
Good
favorite
guy.
airplane, I think, at the Nats was well, he had 3 of them all tissue covered, but Daryl Harvin's Stiletto 660 that was tissue covered,
Hmm.
and he had duplicated the trim of Les McDonald's, all white airplane with the red and blue trim. Well, he had it in clear
Mhm.
white tissue with red tissue, blue tissue trim, and all and it copied it all, and it
When you say
was
tissue, are you talking about Japanese tissue?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
and it was all tissue covered, clear, and it weighed 660, weighed 48 ounces with a full load of electrons. I mean, that's Sparky territory. So,
Mhm.
John
I think,
Tuplak, what's up?
Guys, I think I'll just pile on it first here and thank you, Sparky, for showing me the opening ceremony today.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah.
I've never seen that, and I'll probably never get another opportunity. So thanks.
Welcome. I hope I don't get a content strike from people who designed or played the national anthems. I didn't know they were going to do that. But hopefully, if not, I'll have to take the video down if I get a strike.
I'll take the sound off. That's all. Can you do that? Just
Well,
take the sound off of it?
maybe.
Yeah. I liked it. I thought it was pretty neat. I thought you did a great job of filming it. So,
Yeah, how many flyers are there in the World
oh my
Champ?
goodness, there was a
249 or 200.
Okay, I heard that number. So each one of those are actual contestants, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd hate to be a judge there. How in the world do they?
Well, I
There's
think
not
that's
that many-
across all the events.
That's
The
that's all
249.
the events: combat, racing.
Oh, okay. You're not talking
And
about
I
the
don't know if
stunt.
if that's
Okay.
counting pitmen and stuff like that though either.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
think
it
there's
might be.
48 stunt flyers.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's better. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty impressive though, I thought. I mean, I liked it, the fact that they all carried their country flag, their flag with them and everything. I thought,
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
yeah.
Have you been able to pick up, Sparky, if across the world they're still all flying with braided steel lines, or if you're seeing any fishing line?
There's very few, and it's mostly our guys that are using that Spectra stuff. They're all using braided steel.
I think
Okay.
on our team, the only guy who's using Spectra is Gabe Alamoff. I'm pretty sure the other guys are all using the the lace straights or whatever you want to call them. So
Mm.
I'm not even sure what the right term of the coated steels, I guess. Not
Seven
even sure what the
strand,
right terminology is.
seven strand stainless wire.
Bill Warwitz years ago, back when the Aries days, he used to fly with solid steel lines.
Yeah.
He didn't use the braided lines.
They stick.
No, I don't know, but I know he did use them. I mean, I'm sure he probably doesn't anymore. Well, he doesn't even fly anymore.
In
But
those days, the lines were judged by engine size, and Billy would get you could drop down a size. So if you're using 14s, you could use 12s,
mhm.
and because you had a 35, you could use 14s, but you could use 12 solids. They're so hard to handle, and they stick. They're just terrible.
Bob Hunt
Yeah.
used solid lines.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
thanks.
he's been using them forever. I think he's using the 4-strand or the coated steel ones now. He likes them, but he's already used to the care that you have to put into solid lines. You know,
Right.
keeping them clean, and
Mm.
they found some magic lubricant for them and stuff like that to beat back some of the stickiness and stuff like that. But he's already used to doing that, so switching over to the others was less of a deal than it is for most folks.
Because I used the steel lines, like in Perky Speed, and when it's humid out, and I have the guy holding the plane, and I constantly move the handle to trying to keep the lines free so I could before I let it go. But they would stick. You would just sort of like hold your handle in the position where it's got to be, and when he lets the plane go, they get tight and then they loosen up. It's like it's really.
Let me hit the chat box. All that work to get Gary in, and he will be napping soon.
I saw that a half hour ago.
Terry Forbes says, "Good evening, stunt gang. Does anyone remember Missile Mist? I burned gallons back in the '60s. There was a guy there at the tent, between the tent and the food truck, that had a gallon can, brand new gallon can, nothing in it, Missile Mist.
Oh, this is the can, huh?
What did he want for it?
I didn't ask.
Okay.
I wanted $10 a plan, so I figured it was going to be too much.
Well, Al, you've shown Missile Mist cans.
I have a couple of them. Yeah, Larry Scarinzi was selling for $20 a can, empty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, I got a few Missile Mist. I have a blast container.
It wasn't worth $20 a can when it was full. Why would I buy an empty can for $20?
Well, that's about it. It was expensive, man. It was probably about $7.95 a gallon or something like that.
Yeah.
That was up
I
there.
never used it. It had too much nitro in it for me.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, everybody was scared of nitro.
I burn up many McCoys with Missile Mist.
Yeah. But really,
Have our-
Al, Miss was what, 20 or 25%? It wasn't that hot, really, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was 20, I think.
And then they watered it down to 18.
Okay.
Uh,
But
So heck, that's like
glass
four-stroke fuel. So
glass was 50%. And then
Yeah.
we have our vintage combat, and we have we call it the Larry Scrinsey Speed Challenge, and I run 65% in my Fox 36X.
Mm.
You know,
mhm.
it just to to be
Well, it
competitive.
means that you're running almost Larry fuel,
Yeah.
right?
In there. Yeah. Yeah, Larry used to have some guys. They were chemists making this fuel back in the 60s.
Well, you wouldn't want to be smoking around that.
Yeah. He used to have this fuel used to be black. He had black fuel.
Yeah.
Then he came out with the yellow fuel, and he called it Panther Piss.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So we have a bunch of labels, Panther Piss labels, and we put them on the cans. And Larry we missed that guy. He was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get
Everybody's talking about
need to
Larry
get one of those
Scaringi.
labels and put it on my battery charger. So
Today people were talking about Larry Scarinzi at the tent. So he
Right.
must be a pretty popular guy.
oh,
Yeah.
he was big.
Yeah, I liked him. He was a nice guy.
He was big. He used to ride up. Well, he used to have his hobby shop out of his trunk, and then he used to modify Fox 36 engines. And I think he used to work for Bell Labs, and he used to have the machinists there and make special parts for him.
Mm.
Then he used to have these little flyers like Butcher Bill, one with an LS tune, Fox 36X, stuff like that. And their engine tuned and lapped in by me, and guaranteed to kill, and whatever, all kinds of stuff. I got these little flyers, and I could bring them down and show them to you guys one of these days. But it's
that's it. Guaranteed to run like hell till it blows up. So
Yeah. Till the head flies off. Yeah.
Well, there's articles. You probably heard of the Blitz article that he did, the Blitz Combat Wing.
I have that article someplace, so I'll have to find that.
So
Okay.
it tells you how to hop up the 36X, change the timing, and then and you get it. And all that stuff is right on. I remember when I was like 14 years old, I couldn't understand what he was doing. What the heck's he doing with that flashlight? And then I got it involved in cars and engines. Then the light bulb went off, and then I started doing and timing engines, and then I started doing stunt engines and stuff like that, and trying to figure out, why does an Aero Tiger run so good, better than it's really a Thunder Tiger? But then he puts the sleeve in it with different timing specs, and then I was wondering why a Brodak 40 runs so good, and so I put that on the wheel, and figured out where all those numbers are at, and then compared it to an LA 46 and all that stuff. And I had a Tower 40 that didn't run with the beams. It was horrible. And put it on the wheel, and I timed, I saw the difference in it, and I got a Dremel out, and I timed it just like a Brodak 40, and it runs like a Brodak 40 now.
I just gave away, how they have the prizes for certain events, at the Nationals.
Right.
And I just gave away 2 Brodak 40s. I didn't particularly like them. I didn't like it. I had a Brodak 40 in my Cobra, and I could never get enough power out of it. It just never. Maybe I wasn't run the right.
Yeah, you were into
prop or
right?
something. I don't know.
We run them.
Maybe I needed some of that missile mist.
Yeah, I think so, Jim. I think so.
Yeah.
A Brodak 40 and an Aero Tiger has the same intake and exhaust timing, just a little bit of crankshaft difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never could get it to run Well, and the other one was brand new. I'd never even mounted it in an airplane. I just didn't like
what
it.
version?
Boy, you got me. I don't know what version that they were, but
Well,
I'd had them. I mean, we're talking 12 years ago, 15 years ago. I don't know. Whenever they first come out,
the first ones had some issues.
Yeah, well, I luckily for me, I got the first ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a couple first ones that, actually Doc Jackson gave them to me before he passed away,
Yeah.
and they had the timing wrong in them. I put it on the wheel and found what the problem was, and then from Brodak I got a new piston and liner and put that in there, and it ran great.
Oh, well, see, there you go. That's you made some changes on it. See, I didn't. I just had a stock out of the box Brodak 40 and the Cobra, and it just wouldn't. It just didn't have the power. I mean, it was struggling. I'll put it that way. But it was struggling.
We got
so I got rid of them.
It'll fly a Nobler or a Vector, with authority, both of them.
Yeah. Well,
I have 3 or 4 that I run just the way I bought them. And it must have been the latter version because
yeah, it must have been because
they're easy to start. And I'm not going to say they have a lot of power, Jim, I at all. But those airplanes you mentioned, Al, I've run them in those, and it's fine.
Well, I don't know. Probably operator error.
In an LA-46, it run 20% nitro.
Well, that's what I've been thinking about. If I ever put another engine back in the Cobra, I'm gonna go to an LA-46.
What fuel were you using?
Well, it was 5%. I'm a 5% guy.
Yeah. But we run 10%. GMA 1022.
Yeah.
You could do, and then we run a pretty hefty prop. The APC 11.5 by 4. It's that very flat but wide blade prop.
Yeah, I've got some of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a 4.5, 5 ounce tank, and you use the stock needle valve and Venturi. Put one piece of pantyhose over it, and it should be good. If you have the later version, the earlier versions, mufflers too, had a little tiny outlet on the muffler. It would choke it too much. So the new ones have a big, almost a 400 hole coming out of the muffler in the back. So
do you need to know if it's a male or a female before you put the pantyhose on it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
All right. You got me there.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Oh God.
I think the mounting holes on the 46 LA are the same as the Brodak, if that matters.
Oh, good. I haven't tried it. I've got one, and I just haven't put it in yet.
I know I've flip-flopped them before and didn't have much trouble.
Yeah.
You see that, kid?
Somebody's being funny there.
33 years old.
Kid does.
Looking for the little people inside the
it?
machine.
Oh, yeah. What's going on here?
Yeah, no, he has Down syndrome.
Oh, he does? Oh, yeah. Well, he was having a good time then, huh?
Yeah, no, he is having a good time. He's out there, but he's wondering,
Yeah.
He loves video. He plays with it.
Yeah. Some of those
checking all you guys out. He was like looking at each box,
Oh, is that what he was doing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, telling me it's pretty funny. I got a kick out of him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's healthy. Sometimes he has a better life than me.
Yeah, those children seem to all have really good personalities. I mean, they seem to be a lot happier in life than a lot of people. Put it that way. At least that's always been my personal
Yeah.
feeling is that
No,
they seem to appreciate life.
no
Yeah.
responsibilities. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we have a crew guy. We have 6 flyers that we all use Brodak 40s. You know.
Oh, really? Uh-huh. Well, I mean, like I said, it could have just been operator error. Maybe I needed to go up a little bit more in my nitro and
And,
I don't know,
and
maybe
Jim.
I should try a
Maybe you,
different prop.
maybe you can find out who you say you donated and find out who got them. Tell them you want them back. So
No,
the,
no,
the
that's
thing
all right.
about
I
Brodak
don't,
40,
that's
I got an engine. I got enough engines now, Denny, to last me if I live to be 150.
yeah.
Brodak 40 weighs under 7 ounces.
What? I'm
Brodak
sorry.
40 weighs under 7 ounces. It's very light.
Yeah, yeah, they are live. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And where if you put an LA 46 on there, I don't know what plane it is. It's going to be an ounce heavier.
Well, the airplane's a little. It could use a little nose weight, so I might be all right with it.
The
Yeah.
LA 46, and I just happened to measure it earlier today. I weighed that in a Brodak.
Mhm.
The
Hmm.
LA was 2.5 ounces heavier.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like a 9-ounce motor, isn't it?
Almost. It's over 8.
Yeah.
Has it? Mm.
But
Yeah, I got
they run sweet though.
I got a couple of them. I thought I'd throw one in there and just see what it does sometime. Get Sparky to fly it for me.
Yeah. They're great. They're great in a nobler.
Yeah.
They're great in a nobler.
Mm.
Al, didn't I think I remember you a long time ago saying you have a Nobler that you pull with a LA 25.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I flew that Brodak. I did. For me, I did really good. I think I came in fourth in classic, in it. In advanced with it.
Mm-hmm.
What's that Nobler weigh?
Oh, 43 ounces. It's very light. It's an ARF.
Yeah, yeah.
I got an OS 32F in a 40-ounce Nobler. Works good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet that's heck of a combo.
So yeah, what'd you say? What's the LA 25? What?
No, OS 32F helicopter.
Oh, X. Okay.
F is in Frank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, it's got power. It's got as much power as a 60.
Yeah. No, my LA, I have to run the LA 25 all out.
Yeah.
So what I do is I rev it up, till lean it out until it sags, and then back it up until it runs solid, and just a little bit less than that. It's easy to set, and the good thing about it is, in the wind, it doesn't really wind up because there's no more power, extra power than what it has. So it stays, sort of holds it there.
That's
So,
the beauty of that motor. It's so simple, and you
yeah.
can run it completely stock muffler, just high RPM,
Well,
and a
I have a header
9.4
on.
top, and
I have a header on mine, but I put a little restrictor in the header to get better fuel mileage. I played with it.
yeah, I'm not smart enough to do that. Just running it stock though, that thing will pull a bigger airplane than you'd guess.
Yeah, and what was it? I'm running a 10-4. A 10-4 or the other prop is a good prop is a 9.6 by, I think it's a 3.6 APC. It's like a narrow tip prop.
Yeah.
That works really good. So it depends on the day. When I went to Brodak, I put the wider blade on. Here I use the 9.6, the 9.6.3. But at Brodak, it's thinner, so I went with the safer.
Danny, speaking of Brodaks and LAs, can we talk electric?
I don't know. It sounds like I'd be talking to myself, I think. But
Hang on a second.
No.
Hold on.
My.
Hold on a second. There's one question before I go. We're going to get to. Buddy Barbie says, "What do you mean you put them on a wheel?" He means a degree wheel.
Correct. Yes.
On the crankshaft.
Right,
see what the timing is.
right. And you find top dead center, and then you have to put a flashlight in through the ports and see when they open and close. Look for Larry Scorinzi's Blitz article.
Well, guys, I'm going to end the YouTube side. Of course, we're going to turn it over to Dennis, and you can hang on here all night long for all I care. I gotta say, I'm dead tired.
Tell us
If you
how
hang out all night long, it would be by yourself, I think. But
Yeah.
So on the YouTube side, like, subscribe, and share.
Wait a second.
We
Sparky,
have these meetings every Monday and Friday at
Sparky.
7 o'clock Central. So
Sparky.
hold on a second. I'll be right with you. I got to end the YouTube stream.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you later. Fairwinds, tight lines. See ya.
I said, oh, you're not going to stay on to learn how to degree an electric motor?
No.
Mm.
Hey,